Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to the sincere Akwath, and Shalom to all the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathens. Now, this lesson is going to be based on this fast-moving fire in Utah, the largest in the U.S. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. It says a fast-moving wildfire in Utah spread with fury overnight, fed by heat and dry wind, and leading more communities to evacuate, officials said Saturday. Air tankers and helicopters were grounded Friday as winds picked up on the Cottonwood Fire, the largest blaze currently burning in the U.S. Gusts were clocked at 45 miles per hour, and humidity levels were in the single digits, leaving crews with few options for slowing the flames, especially as they raced through the treetops. The U.S. Forest Service said in a statement on Facebook that weather conditions are expected to slightly improve, but not by much. Weather conditions are slightly better for fire behavior today, but extreme fire behavior may occur in the afternoon as temperatures and wind speeds increase, the U.S. Forest Service said Saturday in a statement on Facebook. No injuries or deaths have been reported, said Jacqueline Swoop, a spokesperson for the response team. It says burning in a sparsely populated area of southern Utah, the Cottonwood Fire ballooned Saturday to more than 144 square miles. One of several large wildfires burning in Utah, it severely damaged the Eagle Point ski resort in Beaver County and forced evacuations. In the community of Marysville, the smoke blocked out the sun Friday as ash rained down. So we're looking at a full 48 hours of critical weather that we have not seen in Utah in the last 5 years, meteorologist Jason Straub told a community meeting in Beaver County Friday evening. Elsewhere in Utah, evacuations were ordered Friday for several small communities southwest of Salt Lake City, including in Eureka with a population under 1,000 and the Vernon Reservoir area, officials said. Highways running through the area have been closed. Two wildfires in that area, the Iron and Cherry fires, ran together overnight, and they are about 38% contained, according to fire officials. The two fires combined are covering about 91 square miles. The smoke pushed mostly east, meaning air quality at popular vacation spots like Zion and Bryce Canyon National Parks, located far south of the flames, hasn't been significantly affected beyond some haze in the Bryce area. Still, the plume was visible from miles away, even as far as Colorado. It's like nothing seen in recent memory, Utah State Forester Jamie Barnes said earlier this week. She acknowledged that fires are spreading farther and faster under conditions that defy historical expectations. Nationally, nearly 3 million acres have burned since the start of the year, pushing the U.S. ahead of the 10-year average. The National Interagency Fire Center said firefighters are making progress on containing fires from Alaska to Florida. Conditions including low humidity and strong winds have triggered red flag warnings across a wide swath stretching from California to southern Arizona and New Mexico. Some of the forecasts predicted winds of 25 to 35 miles an hour, with the worst conditions expected from northern Arizona into central and southern Utah. At Grand Canyon National Park in Arizona, officials were preparing for a power outage on Saturday. The utility that serves the area had warned that it would likely initiate a safety outage in hopes of lessening the risk of wildfire in the area. Slovakia. It says visitors will be able to purchase park passes at entrance stations as long as backup power systems remain operational. But park officials said visitors should come prepared. That means downloading maps and other important information before arriving and ensuring that phones and other electronic devices are fully charged. Power shutoffs have become more common in the West as wildfire risk has expanded. It's usually a last resort after utility forecasters weigh factors like sustained wind and gust speeds, available fuels, and topography. With extreme fire conditions persisting, Rocky Mountain Power has issued a public safety power shutdown, safety power shut off watch warning for areas of central, southern, and eastern Utah through the weekend. Tim Brown, a research professor and director of the Western Regional Climate Center, said the potential for extreme fire behavior will remain as long as it's hot, dry, and windy. He pointed to parts of the West that have been mired by a persistent drought, including Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico. He said, I would not be surprised to see a lot of restrictions come out as we get closer to the July 4th weekend, he said. People really need to be aware of their surroundings if they're going to be out in the forested campground areas and grassland areas. Governor Spencer Cox set the temporary fireworks restriction through July 5th as the nation prepares to celebrate its 250th anniversary, saying this year is different. While the Cottonwood Fire's cause was unknown, the governor's order noted that humans have been the cause of most fires in the state so far this year. Even in Florida, where there have been multiple brush fires, authorities are urging people to skip the personal fireworks and instead leave the pyrotechnics to professionals putting on carefully planned shows. So yeah, but people are not going to listen. People have this wicked American mindset of I can do whatever I want. So people are still going to set off those fireworks, and who knows, some of those fireworks could spark more fires. People don't care. People want to do what they want to do. But ultimately, if people do decide to set off their own personal fireworks and it does spark fires, that's just what the Lord wanted to have. Isaiah 29:6, Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. And that's what these brush fires and these wildfires are. They are flames of devouring fire. And whether or not they're human caused or not, they're doing exactly what the Lord wants them to do, which is destroy however much land, the Lord wants taken out by these fires. 2 Timothy 3:1, This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And when you look up the definition of perilous, it means full of danger or risk. And these fires, these brush fires and these wildfires and the heat waves, these are just some of the perils and the dangers of these last days. Still have all the different kinds of storms and tempests, the earthquakes, the problems with the economy, the fuel shortages, the food shortages, the cost of living skyrocketing, the wars and rumors of wars, diseases, viruses. There's so many other things as well. Through the Spirit, myself and, the other men of the Lord have been saying that the Lord was going to shut down all the mirth and the festivities and the folly that people are so used to here in America, in the United States, in Babylon. And that's exactly what he's doing. Because every time you turn around, there's some fire burning that's forcing people to evacuate, or somebody's home just burned down, or the apartment building that people lived in, you know, experienced a fire and now a bunch of people are homeless. People try to go to these different concerts and different events, and there may be a major storm that causes it to shut down. Like it says in Isaiah 48 and 22, there is no peace, saith the Lord Yahweh, unto the wicked. And through his storms, his tempests, his fires, his earthquakes, and many other judgments, the Lord is making it where these wicked people are not experiencing peace. A lot of people are not having fun like they did years past. And like it says in Psalm 7 and 11, Yahweh judgeth the righteous, and Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day. And that's why these judgments keep happening and will continue to happen, because the Lord is pouring out his wrath against these wicked people. But these people, they don't understand that. They don't understand why these things keep happening. They think it's all global warming or it's Mother Nature. No, it all boils down to this is the judgment and the wrath of the Heavenly Father. Because these wicked people, they have to be punished for angering the Lord, for being wicked. So we can expect there to be a lot more fires, storms, tempests, earthquakes, power outages, and other judgments from the Lord to be taking place in these last days on a bigger, more intense, more destructive and deadly scale than in times past. But with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash, the Wadi Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to the sincere Akwath, and shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathens. Hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up. And Adawan Ratazah. Till next time, shalom.